Now you're not going to believe what the next 5 books I'm about to show you are earning on Amazon per month. And also with that, I'm going to show you the top 5 best-selling niches for KDP low content books are at the moment. So if you're after some ideas for niches for books that are selling well, or you're just interested on how much these low content book authors and publishers are earning, then come along, let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to start with this one at number 5, and that's the blank comic book. Now I've just recently done a video on this niche, which I'll leave a link to below. And it's a great one because these books are relatively simple to create. Although the competition is high, it is possible to still rank for less competitive keywords and take a bit or take a slice of the big pie. So let's have a look. This one currently has a bestsellers rank of 214. What does that mean in terms of sales? Now this is tckpublishing.com, and this gives us an estimate of the number of sales per month, and this comes to 6,131 per month. Now I know this calculator does underestimate the number of sales because when I compare it to the number of sales I make on my books, this always underreports. So the amounts I'm going to show you, the numbers of sales, the amount they're earning is probably at a minimum. So at 6,131 books per month and selling at $5.99, this book is currently making approximately $8,583 per month. Wow. Okay. On to the number 4 in our list. And by the way, you're going to want to stick around for number 1 because that is eye-watering. So this is an activity book. I'm not going to read out the title, otherwise I'll get my video demonetized. So this is an activity book for adults, contains coloring, Sudoku, dot-to-dot, word searches, mazes. Again, I've done videos on this, all the different types of activity books. I'll leave a link to the playlist about these books if you're interested in creating these. Now this one has a bestsellers rank of 184, and that equates to 6,733 books per month, and at a price of $7.99, that's a profit of $2.52 per book, which makes an overall profit, that's pure profit, per month of $16,967. Not bad, eh? Now let's get on to number 3, and this one has a bestsellers rank of 138. Now remember, that's the 138th best-selling book on the whole of Amazon. Now it's amazing that these types of books can actually reach such high rankings. The lower the number, the higher it ranks. And that's what I love about this business. That's what I love about low content books, because anyone can create these. All you need is a computer and an internet connection, and you can do this from home, sat on the toilet, at the beach, in a cafe, at a bar, wherever. As long as you've got a computer, a laptop, or normal computer, and an internet connection to upload your files, then you're good to go with this sort of business. And it doesn't require really any money up front, other than obviously money for your computer. But a lot of people have got those. There's are reports of people actually doing these on using their phone, but I'm not sure about that. It's something I'm actually going to look into, because that would make an interesting video and also an interesting challenge. And the reason I'm showing you this and showing you these types of videos is to show you what's possible. Now if you're interested in building a side income or even replacing your full-time income, then that's perfectly possible with this type of business. And that's what I love about it, and that's why I love showing you guys who are interested in this about this type of thing. So anyway, let's get on with this. The Sketch Book has a bestsellers rank of 138 and is selling at a paltry $4.59. So if we put the figures into the calculator, we come out with 8,020 sales per month, and that's at only 45 cents profit per book, which brings in an income of $3,609. Still not bad, just for one book, which for a lot of people would be a full-time income. So let's go on to number 2. Now, this is the adult colouring book niche. Slightly more difficult to create than the other ones we've shown you, but the rewards are there. Now, this is selling for $6.20, which means a profit of $1.45 per book and has a bestsellers rank of 113. So we put that into our calculator, and that's selling 9,032 books per month, which makes a pure profit of $13,096. Now remember also that for publishers, this is a passive income. They've created the product, they've uploaded it to Amazon, and it doesn't require any work, but still brings in that monthly income. So I like to consider this type of income the sort of the gold standard of income, and it's the way that wealthy people get wealthier. So that's also something to consider. Now, if you're getting value from this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm and gets this video out to more viewers. Thank you. Okay, so let's get to number 1, and that is the Gratitude Journal, the good old Gratitude Journal. Now, this is one of the few niches that I haven't actually done any videos on, but seeing as though it's the best-selling low-content book on Amazon and the best-selling low-content book niche on Amazon, maybe I ought to. Now, I just want to add one more thing. I haven't put into this list the Learn to Write workbook niche, because there was a book there that had, I think it was a bestsellers rank of 48, but it wasn't a KDP book. It was done by a more traditional publisher. So I didn't want to include that, because you could argue that the more traditional publishers may have sort of resources to get their books into traditional shops, do have a bigger budget for marketing, that type of thing. So these were ones that are just published on the KDP platform, which means you guys can go out and easily create these yourself. I say easy, some of them are a bit more trickier, and I think in order of difficulty, you probably have the colouring books are the most trickiest ones to create. Then you've got the activity books. Then you've probably got the Gratitude Journal, which is this one I'm about to show you. And then you go to the blank comic books, which are pretty easy to create. The interiors are very basic. And then you've got the sketchbook, which is the easiest of them all. They're basically blank pages, usually with a little bit of a border around, because Amazon or KDP doesn't like you uploading just purely blank pages. So anyway, let's get to this Gratitude Journal. So we have a quick look inside, just see what is actually inside, see if we can see what's inside. Okay, so this looks like it's full of pages with an affirmation on maybe on an alternative page, with just a list of things that people write what they're thankful for. So pretty basic book. Would argue that, again, pretty easy to create. So selling at $6.99 with a bestsellers rank of 90. So it's a 90th best-selling book on Amazon in the US. So let's have a look at the number of sales, and that is 10,314 per month, which with a profit of $1.93 per book makes a total income for this one book for its publisher of $19,906, which is absolutely incredible. That's almost $240,000 per month just off this one book. Now, take into account that it is Christmas time, so sales of this might be slightly higher than normal, because these are the types of books that people will be buying as presents. However, I've noticed with a lot of my books, the actual bestsellers rank has increased, which you would say, oh, the sales have dropped. But that's not the case. It's because there are other books that are selling well over this period of time, because lots more people are buying, fiction books, non-fiction books as gifts to other people. And what you'll normally find is after this Christmas period, the bestsellers ranks of a lot of low content books will start to drop, as overall their sales tend to be better than those that may be bought at Christmas as presents. If you understand that, I hope it doesn't sound too complicated. So anyway, we've got those 5 books that bring in a total of $62,161 per month, which is absolutely, it's just insane that 5 books that you could, over a couple of days, create if you really focused on it. I'm not saying you could create 5 books and you'd go out and earn $62,000 a month. That's absolutely not the case, because you'd have to get your books ranked, you'd have to get those reviews, you'd probably have to do some advertising, and even then it'd be very difficult to make that sort of money. But the way I like to think of it is one huge pie, and I'm happy just to take a little slice of it. And so if you're happy with that also, then it is a business model to look at. And out of all the online businesses I've actually done, this is probably one of the cheapest to get into and the easiest to do, and brings in you that passive income, or a recurring income, as I prefer to put it, because nothing's ever purely passive. You do still have to put some work in, but as one of the sources of a passive type income, this is probably one of the most accessible and easiest to do. So we've covered the books, we've covered the income, we've covered what's easiest or what's hardest out of those to do. So I hope that gives you some ideas for niches. I'm going to look in depth in some upcoming videos in other slightly more unusual niches, just to give you some ideas, think outside the box. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and until next time, goodbye.